Hi everyone, in this video tutorial I'm going to show you how you can try and conduct scholarly research using CNM Library's webpage. Now please note that periodically CNM's website will change in terms of the layout and the look, and so will the library's website periodically change. So as of today, which is July 7th, 2015, I'm going to show you how to conduct scholarly research with the current layout of the way things are set up here online. So from the CNM webpage, go to where it says Student Resources and then scroll down to where it says Libraries. And then from this page, you'll type your search here in this search box. I'm going to leave the Everything tab chosen. If you want more filters or more control over your search, you can go down to where it says Advanced Search. And as you can see, I previously have typed in a search using the word nonverbal gestures. So I'm going to search for a scholarly article on nonverbal gestures. So I'll use those words as my keywords for my search, and then I'll click Go. Okay, and it looks like it brought up a little over 6,000 results. Now from this results page, I would recommend, if you want to have the entire article, to definitely click the full text checkbox. And if you want to search for a scholarly article, be sure to make sure, if you specifically want an article that is scholarly, turn on the article checkbox, and it looks like that will automatically turn on the peer-reviewed checkbox and downloadable article checkbox as well. To have that peer-reviewed checkbox turned on, that's the one you definitely want to have turned on to make sure that all your results that come up are scholarly in nature or have been reviewed by experts in that field before publication. Okay, so let's see here. I'm going to scroll down and search for an article. The more you gesture, the less I gesture. Speech to, this one looks interesting. Let me click on this one here. And then this will bring up, and the page here, which includes a brief summary or abstract. And if I want a little bit more detail, I can click on where it says Read More. And this looks good, so what I can do here to get a copy of this article, I go down to where it says View Full Text. And this might take a few moments. Okay, so after I clicked on full text, this is what came up, and this gives perhaps just a little bit more information, or just information in a different format. One thing I can do here is to get the entire article is I will click on the left hand side where it says PDF full text, and I will click on that, and then the article should open up in your PDF viewer. In many cases it'll probably be an Adobe Reader. So give me just a moment here while the article loads. Okay, and after waiting a few moments, the article has loaded here in this particular screen. Now you may have your article load in a window that looks like this one, or perhaps you might have your article open directly into your PDF viewer. Sometimes it might vary from article to article. I just have been noticing that as I've been playing around with this here. But for this particular article, here in the upper right, or near the upper right corner on the right hand side, I can print it, I can email it, I can put it in a folder, I can export it, I can create a web link to it, and so forth. But let's say I want to download a copy of this article here. Okay, if I want to download a copy of this article, I move my cursor down in the lower right hand corner of the screen, and I click on what has a picture of what looks like an old style floppy disk. Okay, and after I clicked on where it says floppy disk, okay, I get this search box that comes up, and this will allow me to save the article to my desktop, to a flash drive, or to a folder on my computer. I'm going to call this Nonverbal Gestures. Nonverbal Gestures article. Okay, here we have nonverbal gestures article. Periodically I'll pause things just because this computer runs a little bit slow and I hate to have you wait for it to catch up with things here. So nonverbal gestures article, I'm going to save this to the desktop and I'm just going to click save. And that's going to save this entire article to my desktop, which you'll see is right here, nonverbal gestures articles. So I could double click that if I wanted to open that. Alright, let me go back to the library's search tool here. I'll go back to the EBSCO search. What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to click back and go back to the previous screen. Now, one thing you may or may not have noticed before when conducting scholarly research is how can you cite that article or that publication in, for example, APA format, which is the format I generally require my students to cite their materials in. You can click on Cite here to the right side of the screen and then scroll down, and you should be able to find in many articles, perhaps not in all articles, but in many articles, citations in different formats. So here's a citation for this particular article in APA format. So what you could do is you could copy and paste that citation into your references page or your works cited page or your bibliography page or whatever you call it. Let's see if they have MLA here. Oh, there's MLA. Okay, so MLA format is there as well. So that's a little extra piece of information that might be helpful for you as well. Okay, so that's basically the gist of how you can search for, open up and download a scholarly article from the C&M Library's webpage. Good luck finding scholarly articles for your particular research project, and I hope that you found this tutorial helpful.